Action on Jeremy.
He made it $1 million before the flop.
He's actually hit the flop here.
Yep.
And he's going to check. I am puzzled by that. It's a 3-bet before the flop, and now a queen comes off, giving Vanessa the best hand. So the check on the flop could spell big trouble for Jeremy.
Tired of sitting down at a poker table filled with pros? Then come to WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour. With a maximum of 2 pros at each table, everyone has a chance to win. We are leveling the playing field at WPT Global. Sign up today with this QR code or go to wptglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT88 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
There you see Cong Pham with over 18 million. The second place guy, Jeremy Kottler, has 5 million in chips.
Yeah, the winner's going to take home $825,000. Big money here in the land of saltwater taffy, the beautiful Atlantic City, and the most beautiful hotel casino on the East Coast, Borgata. Here we go, a quick fold, and now pair of 8s for Jeremy Kottler.
Yeah, certainly going to raise it up with this. Makes it 260,000 to go.
Yep. Used to be into commercial real estate, now playing semi-professional. Gets a couple folds, but it's around to Vanessa Selbst.
Well, she's got Kojak.
She's in the big blind, and she will make this call. Vanessa, of course, one of the finest women players, or just poker players around the world. And the flop comes up ace, queen, jack.
Yeah, Vanessa's got 2 jacks and a straight draw and checks. Jeremy checks right behind her. Now the board pairs queens.
Vanessa in front, but does she know it? No, she's going to check again. Kottler with just a pair of 8s.
And he is now going to bet the 2 8s.
Yeah, 225.
Jeremy bets 225,000.
And the guy raises before the flop, and you just have bottom pair with looking at all those picture cards and aces. You're not happy about it. But Vanessa going to make the call here with the jacks.
Down to the river we go. We will get lucky.
I can assure you, Jeremy not happy about that call. Now a 7 comes off at the river.
Vanessa checks.
Vanessa, they both check.
Check, check. Vanessa turning up the 2 jacks to take down the pot.
Vanessa Selbst went to Yale, studied to be a lawyer, gave it all up for the dream of being a poker professional. All right, back to this hand. Quick fold by Cong Pham, the chip leader.
She can want to win all she wants at tennis match, but she's not going to beat you.
Zinno out, Vanessa also going out, and now it's on to David Randall. He's got a real hand, pair of jacks. David Randall's a poker pro out of Columbus, Ohio.
Well, it's a battle of the blinds here. And what a hand to have in a small blind, and he is going to raise it up to 300,000.
Yeah. Now Jeremy Kottler right behind him has an ace-9.
Well, Jeremy has just less than 2-to-1 chip advantage over David. What do you do here with ace-9?
All in.
Whoa.
Well, there you go. He's going all in.
I call.
David is going to make the call with the jacks. So David Randall out in front. Good chance for him to double up right here.
Jack ball.
There's his girlfriend, Christina Lindley. 5 cards to come. Jack's out in front. Here we go.
Battle of the blinds. 2 jacks versus ace-9.
Oh.
Ace right in the door. Comes ace, king, 8.
That's a pretty good flop for you.
Well, you see the disappointment in David's face. He's sort of chuckling about it, but he's sick right now underneath. He needs 2 runners to make a straight, or needs to catch a jack. Otherwise, he's going to be our 5th place finisher.
Oh, man. Bad flop of David Randall. Going to the turn. Jacks have been unlucky all night long so far. Can David Randall pull out a miracle here? Here it is. Almost a 10 of diamonds.
Well, the 10 comes off. This gives him more outs. A queen would now win the pot for him as he'd make Broadway an ace-high straight.
Jack or a queen. David gets a smile on his face now, realizing there's a potential here.
And he has 6 outs, as we say. He needs a jack or a queen.
Will he get it?
No, board pairs 10s. That's going to do it for David Randall, the 26-year-old called Big Time out of Columbus, Ohio. He was pretty big time to get to this final table, Vince, but wasn't quite meant to be for him tonight.
He walks away. He's going to take home $208,000. Disappointed. He looks for the camera.
Picked up jacks in the small blind. Raise, got jammed on. I call. Not folding jacks to 20 bigs, so I played, I would say, my A game.
Well, with David out, we're down to 4 players. Our current chip leader, Cong Pham, still well out in front.
Yeah, he's got about 17.5. Jeremy Kottler with about 8.9 million. Then there's Vanessa Selbst with 4.7, and Anthony Zinno with 4.3 million in chips. Action going to Anthony Zinno, and he's got the real hand of the night. The pair of kings, the Cowboys. Saddle up.
Yep, the 32-year-old pro out of Cranston, Rhode Island, going to raise it up here to 250.
But Vanessa, she's got a pair of 7s. And she does not get playful because she just calls. Lucky for her.
Well, she's so aggressive, Vince. She would normally 3-bet, you would think, with that hand, but makes a call here.
Jeremy, the real estate guy, out. King Kong not going to play. So we got 2 real hands here. Kings versus 7s.
Yeah. Anthony out in front with the kings, and here comes the flop. Queen 6 deuce.
Anthony with a nice overpair. How does he want to play it? Look at this. He's going to try to trap, disguise his potential.
Wow, Vanessa checks right behind him with 7s.
Yep.
Vince, that's playing above the rim. When you check 2 7s on that flop after your opponent checks in front of you.
Well, 5 of clubs on the turn. And now Zinno comes in with a bet. 400,000.
Vanessa going to make the call, but I'm wowed. She hadn't taken a more aggressive tact with 2 7s in this hand. Now a 10 comes off.
Helping neither player. Zinno with a beautiful overpair. 32-year-old out of Rhode Island will put in the value bet of $675.
And Vanessa just suspects that he's got a big duke here, but boy, oh boy, the way this hand was played after a check on the flop, do you really throw 2 7s away?
Zinno went to law school, says he wants to pay off a bunch of student loans if he wins. This is his opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh boy. This case is between 2 lawyers, Vince.
And she is going to make this call. She's not going to like this. No.
And Anthony is Perry Mason here as he takes down this pot against Vanessa.
Well, he played it well. The check on the flop was very good.
And Vanessa's shaking her head, not only because she made the call, but she's shaking her head, you know. How are these guys picking up all these hands? Kings, jacks, ace, kings. Let me have some cards here.
She is some competitor. Anyway, the blinds are going up to 80 and 160 with a $20,000 ante. Zinno with the quick fold. And now Vanessa, well, she picked up another hand, pair of 9s.
Wow, well, the 7 didn't work out for her. Let's see how the 9s do when she's on the button. Well, she's going to raise it again up to 350. These guys might better be careful because it looks like a steam raise here after she just lost that last pot. But indeed, you can see she's got a hand.
Jeremy Kottler, he won't play that mess. On to Cong Pham, our chip leader. Cong has got a king 3 of clubs.
Well, he's also got a lot of chips.
Yep.
So he is going to take a look at a flop here, makes the call.
He can afford to speculate. Here we go, 9s versus king 3, and the flop comes up a 6-4 deuce.
Cong has a gut shot straight draw. If I would give him a straight. Vanessa happy to see that flop. She's got the overpair with the 2 9s and bets 350,000.
Yep. Cong looking a little puzzled, trying to figure out exactly where he is, what she has. Cong Pham, married with a daughter. Currently unemployed, he says. Playing by his poker wits. Is going to make this call, hoping to catch. To the turn, a 9 of clubs.
Wow.
3 of a kind for Vanessa.
3 9s for Vanessa.
No help for Cong. He checks.
Because there's a possible straight and possible flush draw out there, Vince. You're probably not going to see Vanessa check here. I wouldn't check either once the guy called me on the flop. She is going to bet.
Yeah.
Cong can't stand it anymore. He goes out. Vanessa takes down the pot. Happy to pick one up.
Yeah, well done. Everything went Vanessa's way in that hand.
Tired of sitting down at a poker table filled with pros? Then come the WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour. With a maximum of 2 pros at each table, everyone has a chance to win. We are leveling the playing field at WPT Global. Sign up today with this QR code or go to wptglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT88 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
All right, to the game we go. Quick fold, and now Cong Pham with ace-5 has raised to 330. Zinno out, Vanessa Selbst. Originally out of Brooklyn. She has 8-7, Mike.
She's in the big blind, meaning she got money out there, so see what she's going to do here.
Call.
She's going to make the call and see a flop.
Flop comes up king, jack, deuce. No help to either player.
Vanessa checks. And Cong checks right behind her. Doesn't make the continuation bet. Board pairs jacks now. Cong out in front with the ace high. Vanessa checks. Again, Cong checks. Just doesn't want to fall in a trap here. But he's done it now as the 8 comes on the river. Vanessa now is the best hand with jacks and 8s. Action is on her. And Vince, because of the check on the flop and the turn, Vanessa's got to feel certain her 2 8s are the best hand. And she is going to bet $475,000.
Yeah, but now Cong Pham, well, he wasn't heavily invested. He just felt like these were it's an action flop and that she was going to trap him. He was wrong with that assumption, but now...
Oh, look at this, Vince. He made a mistake not making the continuation bet on the flop and makes another mistake by paying her off on the river. Cong Pham tripping over himself there, and Vanessa Selbst picking up some much-needed chips.
Nicely done by Vanessa.
Do not count her out, folks. She may have gone down, down, down for a while, but in case she gets on a little roll, they all better duck.
Oh boy, she is as tough as a steak at Denny's, no doubt about it. Can she come back?
Well, she got an assist right there by Cong because he didn't make the continuation bet on the flop after raising pre-flop.
All right, Cong gonna take a breather here. And now Anthony Zinno with ace-7 and the button goes to 350.
Vanessa, another decent hand here as king-queen in the small blind.
And he's at 20,000 blind, so 8160 at this point.
Well, Vanessa going to make the call. Doesn't 3-bet with the king-queen.
And now Kottler with an ace-4 in the big blind. Got money invested. He's in second chip position with over 11 million. And look at this.
He is going to 3-bet here to $1 million straight, putting the squeeze play on a bit. Well, Anthony lays his hand down.
And now Vanessa, will she get stubborn with her king-queen?
Well, this guy's been a thorn on her side all night long. She didn't know if he was making a squeeze play, but she's going to call the $1 million and look at a flop.
And the flop comes up 4 deuce deuce, so Jeremy Kottler gets a piece of that with the 4s.
Well, Vanessa checks. Action on Jeremy.
He made it $1 million before the flop.
He's actually hit the flop here.
Yep.
And he's going to check. I am puzzled by that. It's a 3-bet before the flop, and now a queen comes off, giving Vanessa the best hand. So the check on the flop could spell big trouble for Jeremy.
And now she's not going to bet it. And he's not going to bet it. So
Nobody wants to bet.
No, and a 4 hits on the river.
You're going to see some betting now.
This is ridiculous.
Jeremy has made a full house on the river. This could spell doom for Vanessa, Vince. The way this hand was played, Vanessa's got to think 2 queens with a king kicker is the best hand.
Oh, she's just going to put in wasted chips right here. 850. Jeremy knows he has her. Now, what's the right increment? The amount that she will call with.
All in.
Oh, boy, he's going to put it all in.
Well, you see the grimace by Vanessa. Just can't figure out what is going on here. Everybody making big hands against her. The question is, can she get away from queens the way this hand was played?
He flop quads or something? can probably just call with deuces.
Well, she is puzzled by the way the betting when he
What do you
three-bet
think I
before the
have?
flop and then checked the flop and the turn, and now moves in on the river when the unsuspecting 4 comes off.
It's just tough when you have 2 pair out there. Your poker life on the line.
It's a puzzling play. If you're sitting in Vanessa's seat, I'm telling you, you're bewildered by the way this action went. But she makes a great lay down.
Yeah, very solid.
She does get away from it. Jeremy takes down the pot, and Vanessa puzzled by the play.
Right now we have a new chip leader with 4 players remaining, and that is Jeremy Kottler.
Well, the graph shows that Jeremy and Cong Pham pretty much tied in chips at the top, but poor Vanessa Selbst still at the bottom with just 2.5 made.
All right, to the action we go. Quick fold by Kottler, and now Cong Pham with just a 5-3 has made it 350 to go.
900.
Ooh, Zinno over the top with ace-9 of spades. He's making it 900, and a quick fold by both Selbst and Cong Pham.
So nice raise there by Anthony to take down that pot.
Yep, he's from Cranston, Rhode Island, 32 years old. Started playing at age 13 for pennies and nickels with his friends.
Very bright guy too, Vince.
Yeah,
His undergraduate degree was in chemical engineering. He went on to get a law degree, passed the Massachusetts
winning some
bar,
big ones in
now
the
plays
future.
poker for a living.
that's
My
right.
favorite.
In the
Oh, sorry.
background, we see the Champions Cup. All the champs have their name inscribed on that. Let's go back to the feld. Vanessa Selbst with a quick fold. Kottler now with an ace-9 of spades.
Well, you're certainly going to raise on the button with this hand. Jeremy does just that, makes it 325 to go.
King Kong taking a walk. So the only one to beat is Zinno, and Zino's got the King 10.
Well, he is going to make the call. Knows he could well have the best hand, or if he doesn't, let's just take a look at a flop. And a nice flop it is for Anthony. He's flopped top pair, 2 10s with a king kicker. He's going to check, though.
Anthony's another good player. He's a little trickier. It's ironic because I actually knocked him out day 1A. And, here we are at the final table after his re-entry.
Kottler's going to make the continuation bet with nothing, 425.
Well, Anthony's going nowhere with this hand after this flop. Just a matter if he's going to call or raise. Most guys would check raise here. Anthony just calls.
Yeah, he's walking that dog.
So we got the battle of the suits.
And it gets better for Anthony as a 4 diamonds comes up. He's got 4 diamonds. Checking again.
And Vince, this is a good check into an aggressive player who may fire yet again.
Will Kottler fall into the trap?
Jeremy is still fighting for this pot. He is going to bet again.
Can't help himself.
775,000.
Yep.
Now, if you're sitting in Anthony's seat, you're saying, does he really have me beat here? If he can beat the 10s, at least I got a flush draw.
Then he's going to go all in with it. And a quick fold by Jeremy Kottler.
Well, there's a case of your opponent's got the 10s beat. Now you're going to go for the king-eye flush. If you have to, if your opponent calls, but he doesn't. Anthony taking down that pot. Another well-played hand by Anthony Zinno.
Yeah, very smart mathematical guy. Very analytical. Uses math to make all his decisions, he says, at the poker table. He's showing some strength tonight.
You're right, Vince. Anthony thinks poker is 60% logic and the rest is psychological factor.
All right, on to the next hand we go. A couple folds, and now Anthony Zinno again, this time with just a 10-8. He's starting to slop around.
Well, he's going to limp in the small blind here.
Vanessa with the option to raise, but the Jack-3 content to see the flop.
Well, flop comes king, 4, 3, 2 clubs. Vanessa out in front with the 2 3s. Action on Anthony. Look at this, Vince. He is going to lead out and bet 200,000.
Whoa!
And Vanessa lays down the pair. And without hesitation, she just hadn't seen this guy make any moves yet. Gives him credit for a hand that can beat the 3s. Nice bet by Anthony.
Tired of sitting down at a poker table filled with pros? Then come to WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour. With a maximum of 2 pros at each table, everyone has a chance to win. We are leveling the playing field at WPT Global. Sign up today with this QR code or go to wptglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT88 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
I just wonder, where did the cowboy hats go? Poker players used to have big cowboy hats on. Now they're wearing suits and they're very smart. Used to be dropouts in the 5th grade. So we've come a long way.
Law degrees in suits, that's what it's come to.
All right, a quick fold by him, and now Vanessa Selbst.
350.
Speaking of law, she graduated from Yale Law School back in 2012.
Got ace queen of diamonds, makes it 350 to go. Kottler out.
She's finally picked up a big hand here. Raises on the button, and as you can see, Cong Pham with the 9-6 of hearts. Gonna look her up.
Yep. Very creative play this Cong Pham is, as is Vanessa Selbst. Now look at this flop. Jack 10-9.
A beautiful flop for Cong. He's flopped a pair and a flush draw.
Vanessa, straight draw. Oh boy. After Kong's check, she's betting 350.
You can't blame her.
Kong sees his hand. Huge potential with a pair already.
Oh.
King Kong beats on his chest and says all in. Gonna put the pressure on Vanessa.
Yes, he is. She's got a tough decision now, Vince. She's got about 2.7 million left after that raise. She's got a straight draw. She's got overcards, but she knows
Starting to fold, but
most likely she's going to have to outdraw her opponent to win this pot, unless he has specifically a small flush draw.
I don't think I can fold this. All right, I call.
Yeah, she's gonna make this call.
Wow, a bold call by Vanessa, and she needs a lot of help. You see her wincing. She sees her opponent has the best hand and the best draw.
Here's the
She's
card.
going to have to get lucky to stay alive, or she'll be out in 4th place.
Yeah, she is a dog. King Kong out in front right now with 2 cards to come to knock out the great Vanessa. What will happen?
Well, she's on her feet like everybody else is here. Here comes the turn. Oh, Jack of diamonds.
Yeah, she has a 4 flush now.
Well, that's a nice card for Vanessa.
You see that?
Gives her more outs.
It's too many outs.
What a turn, huh?
Too many outs. I'm out of here.
She's packing up her bag.
She can win with an ace, a king, a queen, a 10, an 8, or any diamond. So certainly Vanessa with a lot of outs to win. It's a 10. Vanessa has done it. She has made a bigger 2-pair. She stays alive, goes over. High fives. Her wife Miranda, her friends. She is back in advance just that quick.
Wow! What a hit on the river for Vanessa.
Best turn, maybe.
Back in action.
Probably.